नमस्कार। SMDs जीवनसार यूट्यूब चैनल में आपका स्वागत है। इस यूट्यूब चैनल में जीवन कैसे जीना उसके बारे में योग वशिष्ठ के थ्रू आफ्टरनून मीटिंग्स में से योग वशिष्ठ के चैप्टर 32 चैप्टर्स उसमें से विश्लेषण किया गया है। वो विश्लेषण योग वशिष्ठ यानी वशिष्ठ ऋषि ने राम जी को जो दिया था, जिससे राम जी का मन ट्रैंक्विल, कंटेंटेड, ब्लिसफुल, हैप्पी, ओवर एंड अबव रिलैक्स एंड कूल हुआ और हर वक्त के लिए वो राम से भगवान राम हुए, उसका पूरा नॉलेज उसमें दिया हुआ है। उन्हीं की प्रेरणा लेके आज अपन 15वां अध्याय भगवत गीता, जिसे पुरुषोत्तम योग कहा गया है, उसका चैंटिंग करेंगे, श्रवण करेंगे और अपने जीवन में उसको आत्मसात करने की कोशिश करेंगे। पुरुषोत्तम योग ऊर्ध्वमूलम् अधःशाखम् अश्वत्थं प्रायुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्यं वेद स वेदवित्। श्री भगवान बोले, ऊपर मूल वाले और नीचे शाखा वाले, जिसे संसार रूप अश्वत्थ अर्थात पीपल के वृक्ष को अव्यय कहते हैं, तथा वेद जिसके पत्ते कहे गए, उसको जो जानता है वह वेदाज्ञ, वेदों के तात्पर्य को जानने वाला है। The meaning in the English is the person who knows in toto, in completeness, the tree of this sansar, which has no beginning and no end, and he who contemplates on that person only will be in a position to understand what is Veda and to understand what is this Advait knowledge. Second shloka. अधश्चोर्दास् प्रसुतास्य शाखा गुणप्रवृदा विषयप्रवाला अधश्च मूलानुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबंधीनि मनुष्यलोके। उस संसार वृक्ष की 3 गुणों वाली बड़ी हुई एवं विशाल रूप कोपलियों वाली शाखा नीचे और ऊपर सब ओर फैली हुई है, तथा कर्मानुबंधी अर्थात कर्म का उत्पादन करने वाली जड़ें नीचे मनुष्य लोक में फैली हुई है। So if you take this manifestation of that divinity, then in that case you can see that it is not only in this gross world, but it is very much there in all the Bhulok, Patalok and Swargalok. Everywhere it has been distributed. But if you catch hold of that divinity within, then naturally it will be always blissful. Third shloka. न रूपमहस्य तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चार्दिनं च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेन सुविरूढमूलम् असंग शस्त्रेण दृढ़ेन चित्वा। यहाँ इस संसार वृक्ष का स्वरूप जैसा वर्णित है वैसा उपलब्ध नहीं है। उसका न अंत है, न आदि है, न उसकी सम्यक स्थिति है, उपलब्धि होती है। इस अति दृढ़ मूल वाले पीपल के वृक्ष को दृढ़ असंग रूप अर्थात वैराग्य रूप शस्त्र के द्वारा काटकर, so what has to be done, like this gross world which you are seeing, it has no indicator as an beginning, no indicator as an end, because it is illusionary. It is always keeps the mind in the confusion mode, in the disturbed mode, because if we are more and more engrossed in this relative world, it has no end. But if we use the instrument or the device which is called as vairagya, dispassion, if we use this dispassion, then what happens is mentioned in the shloka number 4. ततःपदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूय त्वमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यथा प्रवृत्ति प्रसुता पुराणी। तत्पश्चात उस परम पद का अन्वेषण करना चाहिए जिसमें गए हुए मनुष्य फिर संसार में नहीं लौटते और जिससे इस संसार की चिरंतन प्रवृत्ति फैली हुई है। उस आदि पुरुष की मैं शरण लेता हूँ, इस भाव से अन्वेषण करना चाहिए। सो इफ यू रियली नो how to deal with this relative world, that is called as dispassion, vairagya. And for that, what is required is vivek. So discrimination is required. So the person with a full of dispassion and discrimination, naturally, what he will know that how to remain in this relative world without getting affected by this relative world. And what is the output? Outcome is that at the end of this life, when his prarabdha karma, sanchit karma, and agama karma gets dissolved, then he gets one with the divinity, and he becomes divinity because whole of the life he has practiced only one thing: remain in the relative world, do all the natural activities as it is, with remaining simple and disciplined life, and do not get affected by relative world by knowing that only divinity exists. And if we do that, that is only the real Sharnagati. There is none other than Sharnagati. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandver vimukta sukha dukha sange गच्छन्ति मूढ़ा पदमव्ययतत्। जो मान और मोह से रहित हो गए, जिन्होंने आसक्ति रूप दोष को जीत लिया है, जो अध्यात्म ज्ञान में नित्य स्थित है, जिनकी कामनाएं पूर्णतः निवृत्त हो गई है, जो सुख दुख नाम द्वंद्वों से विमुक्त हो गए, ऐसे अमूढ़ अर्थात विवेकी जन उस अव्यय पद को प्राप्त हो जाते हैं। What do you mean by this? The person where the duality has ended. That means there is no sense of dualness. There is no sense of incompleteness for these people. These people have the dispassion, that is viveki. And this dispassion has come by discrimination. So dispassion and discrimination goes hand in hand, and they are one with the divine. How they are one with the divine? Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. So they are very much stable in the Adhyatma Dhyan, Nitya Sthita, 24 by 7, 365 days. And their desires have been totally eradicated. They don't have the feeling of sorrow and joyfulness because they are always in the bliss. Whatever the situation comes, they are always in Hari Ichcha or Hari Krupa. If things goes according to their mind, then it is Hari Krupa. If it goes against the mind, it is Hari Ichcha. So their Hari Ichcha plus Hari Krupa is always in the divinity. So they are always in the blissful mode, and they have conquered the dosha of attachment. They are very much remaining in this same relative world, but they are not attached. So they are always cheerful, blissful, happy, contented, over and above, cool and relaxed. So that's what has been mentioned here. Sixth sloka. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावका यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धामं परमं मम। उस पद को न सूर्य प्रकाशित कर सकता है, न चंद्रमा, न अग्नि ही, जिसको प्राप्त होने पर मनुष्य संसार में नहीं लौटते, वही मेरा परम धाम है। सो नाउ Bhagavan Krishna is telling the Paramdham of his abode, that is divinity. Who are those people? This Paramdham or divinity or unfragmented consciousness cannot be lightened by sun or moon or any fire. And that person who becomes one with the divine, he is naturally not doesn't come back to the samsara because even though he is living in the samsara for his dissolution of his prarabdha karma, what he is doing is he is always one with that divinity. He is always one with the bliss. So naturally, there is nothing which is going to affect him over a period when he is in the prarabdha karma or subsequently. Seventh shloka. Mamevansha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana मनष्यष्टि इंद्रियानि प्रकृति स्थानी कर्षति। मेरा ही सनातन अंश जीवलोक अर्थात संसार में जीव रूप है, देह से छोड़ते समय प्रकृति में स्थित मन और पंच इंद्रियों को आकर्षित करता है। सो व्हाट कृष्णा इज सेइंग इज it is the same divinity which was unmanifested earlier becomes manifested in the whole world. Maybe a sentient or maybe an inert. If it is inert, like always, it is not necessary that both the Shaktis of fire, like heating power, heating Shakti that is, and fire, both will not be utilized by fire. If you are boiling a water, it will be only heated, not fire. But if you are burning a wood, in that case, wood burns also and it becomes hot. So all the manifestation of divinity is not expressed in a man. Unmanifested divinity is not expressed in a manifested form as it is. In some places, it is inert, like stones, trees, and like which is inert. Whereas in the human beings, it is and animals, it is sentient. So that's what is it is mentioned, but it is the same divinity's expression. 8. Shariram yad vyapnoti yachat utkramatishvara ruitevati sanyati वायुर गंधा निवासित. ईश्वर अर्थात शरीर आदि का स्वामी जीवात्मा जब उत्क्रमण करता है तथा शरीर को छोड़कर निकल जाता है तथा जब दूसरे शरीर को प्राप्त होता है तो इन मन इंद्रिय सहित इंद्रियों को ग्रहण करके ले जाता है, जैसी वायु गंध के आधार से गंध को लेकर जाती है. सो इट इज मेंशन लाइक इफ we are not following this divinity, this life, what will happen is your prarabdha karma, sanchit karma will take you to the new birth. So naturally you will again come back to the samsara. But what will happen wherever you are left in the last life, it will begin from there. So it will go along with you. What will go like the smell goes along with the air from one place to another place. Similarly, your mind and indriyas, sukshmata will go along with you to the next body. 9. श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्याय विषयानुपसेवते. यह जीवात्मा कर्ण नेत्र त्वचा रसना नासिका तथा मन की भी आश्रय करके शब्द स्पर्श रूप रसगंध इन 5 विषयों का उपभोग करता है. So when you feel there is a manifested jivatma from this unmanifested divinity or Paramatma or the truth, when you feel that, what it is doing is, it is doing all upabhoga through your sensory organs like Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So that is Panchendriya. Then your mind, it works through the mind. Then it works through the intellect. And then it works to the Chetana, that is Jivatma. Shloka number 10. Utkramantam sthitam vyapi bhunjanam vagunavitam विमुड़ानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञान चक्षुषा. उत्क्रमण करते हुए अर्थात शरीर को छोड़ते हुए जाते हुए अथवा शरीर में स्थित हुए अथवा विषयों को भोगते हुए इस प्रकार गुणों से युक्त होते हुए भी उस जीवात्मा को मूढ़ लोग नहीं देख पाते, किंतु ज्ञान अनुरूप नेत्रे वाले विवेकी लोग देख पाते हैं. सो द even though the divinity exists very much in all these living beings, but the people who are one attached, sensory organs through Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, or through the Jivatma, which is enjoying all the fruits or maybe feeling miserable because of some acts, they cannot enjoy because they are not having that knowledge which they have obtained, which they should have obtained through dispassion. They have to have a vivek. Because they don't have a vivek, then they suffer in the life. 11. Yatanto yoginasyainam pasyantyaatma avasthitam यतंतोप्यकृतात्मानं नयनम पश्यन्त चेतसे. यत्न करने वाले योगी जन इस आत्मा को आत्मा में अपने हृदय में अवस्थित देखते हैं, किंतु अकृतात्मा अर्थात जिन्होंने अपने अंतःकरण को शुद्ध नहीं किया है, ऐसे अविवेकी लोग तो यत्न करने पे भी इसे नहीं देख पाते. So this is a very important श्लोक 11 number. What it is telling is चित्त शुद्धि is very important. And what is the चित्त शुद्धि? चित्त शुद्धि is अहंकार को शुद्ध नहीं किया, अंतःकरण को शुद्ध करना है ने. They should have a dispassion. Dispassion means they are not supposed to go to the jungle or go to the caves or to go to the ashrama, stay there. Dispassion means they should have a vivek. Vivek between sat asat vivek. So everything is an ornament, is it is only gold only. All the waves are only ocean. Similarly, all this manifested Jagat is only Almighty. So if you take the knot of heart, the knot of the heart will go only by the dispassion and discrimination, vivek and vairagya. And what is this vivek and vairagya? Vivek means sat asat vivek you have to do. Vairagya means we should know the truth by understanding. So samajhdari बहुत important है. If samajhdari comes in our life, we'll be always cheerful, happy, blissful, contented, over above, cool and relaxed. So that has been told in shloka number 11. 12 number. यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चंद्रमसि यच्चंद्राग्नो तत्तेजो विधिमामकम्। सूर्यों में स्थित जो तेज समस्त जगत को प्रकाशित करता है, जो चंद्र में है, जो अग्नि में है, उस तेज को तू मेरा ही तेज जान। So what Krishna is saying is, Krishna is saying he is divinity. He is telling the Vishwarup Darshan. He is telling the unmanifested divinity which he is. By only compassion he has become Krishna, because we cannot understand unmanifested divinity. So that's why he's saying. And further he's saying that all this light, all tej because of Surya is mine, Chandrama is mine, Agni, all heat and power is mine, because it is only the divinity which exists. All outside manifestation part is only like waves are getting manifested on the ocean. Only ocean exists. Wave have no separate existence than the ocean. Even though one wave can say to another wave, I am wave number one, I am wave number two, but ocean knows that where are the waves? There are no waves, there is only ocean. So when the ocean is there, naturally you will be always happy, contented, blissful, cheerful, and over and above cool and relaxed. Shloka number 13. Gamavishya cha bhutani dharayamya mojasha पुष्पामि चौषधि सर्व सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मक। मैं पृथ्वी में प्रविष्ट होकर अपने ओज अर्थात बल द्वारा समस्त प्राणियों को धारण करता हूँ तथा रसात्मक अर्थात अमृतमय चंद्रमा बनकर समस्त औषधियों को अथवा वनस्पतियों को पुष्ट करता हूँ। So he is the same divinity. What he is doing is, it is only because of the presence of a divinity. Everything which is growing on this earth grows. It gives the all these five manifested parts like Shabda Rupa Sparsha Sagandha. It's only because of that. Chandrama is also Shital because of that, and all the medicinal plants are only because of that. Shloka number 14. Am Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deha Ashritam Pranapana Samayuktam Pachamanyam Chaturvidam। मैं वैश्वानर अर्थात जठराग्नि बनकर प्राणियों के देह में स्थित हुआ, प्राण और अपान से संयुक्त हो चार प्रकार के अन्न को पचाता हूँ। So what Krishna is saying? Krishna is saying is, it's a divinity unfragmented, unmanifested. Everywhere it is there. It is a solid conscious existence. It is only Chidakash. So naturally it is only bliss, bliss, bliss. So he is only helping us to digest our food. He is only helping us to allow this Vaishwanar or Jataragni to be available to us. So now with this bliss, now the shlokas which are very important, 15 to 28 are starting, and let us be have more attentive. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदांत कृदेव विदेव चाहम। मैं सबके हृदय में अंतर्यामी रूप से प्रविष्ट हूँ, मुझसे ही स्मृति ज्ञान और अपोमोहन और अर्थात इन दोनों का लोप होता है। समस्त वेदों के द्वारा मैं ही जानने योग्य हूँ, वेदांत का निर्माण करने वाला तथा वेदांतों के अर्थ को जानने वाला भी मैं हूँ। So what it is saying is, nothing has happened and nothing is going to happen. It is only that divinity, by grace of that divinity, it has come as a manifested Krishna. By that grace of divinity, it has come as manifested avatar as Ram. By this grace of manifested, it has come as avatar as Ramakrishna. So it is saying that, so he is very much sitting in the heart of every individual human being. So Antaryami. So Smriti Jnana Apomoham, it's all happened because of him. And anything to be understood, anything to be known, it is only through the Vedas also. He is has to be known. And he is only the creator of Veda. So what is that? He is the bliss. So whether there is a miserable situation, you should not become miserable. Whether there is a joyful situation, you should not become joyful. You should always remain tranquil, contented, over and above bliss, cheerful and happy and relaxed. That's what has been told by Sri Krishna Bhagwan here. 16 shloka. Dvavimo purusho loke kshara akshara chevacha शरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कुटस्थक्षर उच्यते। संसार में शर तथा अक्षर ये विनाशील और अविनाशी ये दोनों ही प्रकार के पुरुष है। इनमें से समस्त प्राणी शर है और कुटस्थ अर्थात माया शक्ति जो जीवात्मा है अक्षर कहा जाता है। उत्तम पुरुषस्तन्व परमात्मेत्युद्राहते यो लोकत्रमाविश्य विवर्तव्य ईश्वर। उत्तम पुरुष तो अन्य ही है जो कि परमात्मा नाम से कहा गया है तथा जो अव्यय ईश्वर तीनों लोकों में प्रविष्ट होकर उनका धारण पोषण करने वाला है. So the shloka number 16 and 17, what it says is, we have two characteristics of people. Shara means which is going to be vanish. Akshar means which is going to stay. So whether it is a shara or akshar, both the things comes in the maya. Both the things comes as a illusionary, because there is a Uttam Purush. He is different. That divinity, because if it is Bhutakash, so you'll see everything, so many things happening, so many things where some people will be happy, some people will be miserable, likewise. So that is Akshara. And then you may see Chintakash, so your thinking capacity keeps on going, we feel there's no end to it. But both are empty spaces. And but if you say third sky, that is Chidakash, so that is a solid conscious existence. Other than that divinity, there is nothing else. So if we follow this, so remain in that divine consciousness, remain with that Advait consciousness, and do all the activities of this world. So this world will never be a problem for such person. Shloka number 18. यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तम अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तम. क्योंकि मैं शर से परे हूँ, अक्षर से भी उत्तम हूँ, इसलिए मैं लोगों में तथा वेदों में पुरुषोत्तम नाम से प्रसिद्ध हूँ. So now he has revealed his actual nature. He is undivided consciousness, unfragmented consciousness. He is truth. He is bliss itself. So that is called here as a Purushottama. So that is a yoga, Purushottama yoga. So if you want to have to do Purushottama yoga, what has to be done? Understanding has to be improved, that the whole world is a manifestation of that Purushottama only. No, no, no. Only Purushottama exists. There is nothing other than that Purushottama, and that is where what is mentioned here. यो मामेव सूड्मु असमूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तम स सर्वविद भजति माम सर्वभावेन भारत. सो हे अर्जुन, हे भारत, जो मोहरहित होकर इस प्रकार मुझको पुरुषोत्तम रूप से जानता है, वह सर्वज्ञ सर्व प्रकार से मुझको ही भजता है. सो हे अर्जुन, हे भारत, there is a different names for this Arjun, Bharat also, or Kunti Putra, or likewise whatever the name Arjun. So you have to be away from these attachments of the world, and then only you will be in a position to understand what is this Purushottam. And if you want to know this Purushottam, it is unfragmented, undivided consciousness. So you should concentrate only on that, lead a simple and disciplined life, but keep your mind always focused on the divinity which is within, not only in you and everywhere. So do all the karmas, which is a sanchit karma, prarabdha karma, or agamya karma, but surrendering to that one divinity. इति गुह्यतं शास्त्रमिदं मुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्या बुद्धिमानस् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत. सो हे निष्पाप, इस प्रकार अत्यंत गोपनीय शास्त्र मेरे द्वारा कहा गया है. हे भारत, इसे जानकर मनुष्य ज्ञानवान तथा कृतार्थ हो जाता है. सो हे निष्पाप, the person he is addressing it to the Arjun. Hey person, you never been any sin. So Nishpap, this very confidential scripture which I have told you, Arjun, if anybody reads this and anybody knows that, what will happen? He will become the knowledgeable. He will be only the expounded knowledge, and he will have the total tranquility within. So he'll have total tranquility and he'll be total knowledgeable. But outwardly, he will be remaining as a simple and disciplined life. People may feel he has no knowledge, nothing, and he will also. So if somebody says, ask him, please tell me something about this, he will say, I don't know. So he will not take a credit, because it is the divinity which knows. He has zero ego. He has nothing to say, nothing to do, nowhere to go, and he is always contented, blissful, cheerful, happy, and over and above, cool and relaxed in his life. And that is what is the purpose. So what will happen is his sanchit karma, prarabdha karma, and agamya karma all will be dissolved in the consciousness which is within, and that is what is the purpose of life. So what will be his position in this world? He will be like a fragrance giving flower. He will keep on giving the fragrance of the knowledge without saying somebody wants it or not, and without taking any credit of that fragrance which is there to the flower. With this, Om Tatsaditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjun Samvade पुरुषोत्तम योगो नाम पंचोदशाय. इस प्रकार ये 15वां अध्याय यहाँ फिनिश होता है. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of Sri Krishna.